sort of just to kick things off, your thoughts on the match from your team tonight?
Very good first half. Started the second half a little slow, allowed them to come into the game, but then from that moment we responded well, and I think was a well-deserved victory.
Salah Sengwe, he's been sensational at centre back, and of course grabbing his first goal of the season and for Phoenix Rising, and still having a great defensive game. Just what are your thoughts on him tonight?
No, Sengwe from day one that he come to the club has been a top professional. A very good player, young player that is still learning, and I think he have stabilized us a little bit at the back, and I think he deserves his goal. And the way that he plays, he has a great future ahead, and for me, just trying to help him continue to get better, and the sky's the limit for a player like him. I think very strong, tactically very good, still got ways to go, and he's a ball-carrying centre back, so I'm very happy with that we got him.
4 wins in the league in a row now. This is your only home game this month, so is it helpful? Obviously, I would say gives the boys momentum heading to those away fixtures.
No, absolutely. Listen, that was one of the message with them. This is your last home game for a month. You need to send the fans away with a smile, but also a smile on your face, because you're going to be on the road. And for us, home or away. Obviously, home, we didn't start it well, but we're picking up the wins at home, which is important. But we go for a month away, which we're going to embrace against we Road Warriors. We always look ahead. We're going to enjoy this today and tomorrow. But from Monday, we have only one thing in our mind, that is Tulsa moving forward. And for us, home or away doesn't matter. We have the same mindset with the same goal.
You have Charlie scoring his first goal this season, following all the weeks of him being injured.
Yeah.
What does that say to his adversity, and just of him, and speaking for the team?
Listen, Charlie, we know what Charlie can bring to us, and we missed him, and I know he missed us. And just to see him these last couple of days is like a kid in the candy shop, and him getting his goal was fantastic. I'm very proud of him and the work that he's put in to get himself there. We are a club that we give opportunities to people that that come showcase themselves every day, and he's unfortunate, but he deserves it because he's walked himself back to where we need him. And having Marga and DJ out, I think he was ready at the right moment.
Cyrus at 16, making his first career start. How did you think he performed today?
I think he was very good, because again, you talk about a 16 years old. Like I say, we're not afraid to throw in players in, because if you're old enough, you're good enough, right? That's the mentality that we have. And for him, it's not that he hasn't shown every day in practice. He's been there scoring goals, and he almost got one with a header, which would have been fantastic if he did. But again, this is who we are as a club. Right, we give opportunities to players when they deserve to play, but you got to earn that right to play, and he earned that right not only because he's young, but because he worked every day for this opportunity.
Pod, no DJ or Jurl on the wings tonight like we saw last weekend against New Mexico, with Isan through the middle, with Cyrus and Isan as the wider attackers from the jump tonight, and missing those 1v1 threats out wide to international duty. How did your instructions to the group maybe change slightly with the different personnel there, and what did you see that worked in the absence of those guys who can attack on the dribble out wide?
No, I think massive credit to Forme, because I think he was fantastic with a goal and 2 assists. He played the role that we asked him as a 9 fantastically, linking up, dropping up. I think that's a position that suits him fantastic, because he got the time to roam and find spaces. And for us, was very important knowing that we didn't have Marga, DJ, no Tico on the wing. So it was very important that to utilize the middle of the field, knowing that with an extra man in there, we can create overload with Forme drop-in, and then using Isan and Cyrus as outlets to go in behind. So, but massive credit to Forme, because he made us play as well in that role, dropping in.
Last few weeks, the set pieces have provided you guys with a lot of opportunities in the attack. How have you guys been able to use set pieces and be better at them than what we saw earlier in this season, be more effective with them?
Well, listen. Football is a very simple sport, right? It's when you have new players, they take a little bit of time to gel with one another, and we've had our misfortunes on both ends. Today I'm not very happy that we conceded on a set play goal. I think we could have done better. But again, going attacking, I think we've done also a great job. So for us, it's just we're happy, but we're not satisfied. You know, when you're winning, sometimes it's very easy, you know, to forget everything. For me, and for my staff and the players, we have one goal in mind, and that goal never change, whether we're winning or losing. But we're on a good momentum, and we want to carry that momentum by doing the little things right.
First half, you limited Orange County to, I believe, 1 shot and 0 shots on target.
Yeah.
What do you think worked in that first 45 minutes?
Well, like I say, it's very simple in football. When you have the ball and you don't give it away, opposition can't score. You know, I think we started a little sloppy, to be fair with you, with the first couple of balls. We were a little bit sloppy. I think second half we started a little bit on the back foot. We obviously challenged the boys to go into the second half, get a goal, again like we did in first half. I think the first 10 minutes we were not sharp. But after that, I think we controlled the game and get our 2 goals, and it should have been more.
Yeah, Paul, you mentioned gelling earlier, and for a lot of first year, or for a lot of managers who are at their first year with a certain club, it's about setting a culture and kind of just building a certain play style. How important was it to be able to bring Vikram and Vitor from Canada, kind of to provide some continuity with your season this year?
I mean, as you know, as a coach, it's very important. We talk about culture a lot because for me, culture is about the people. It's about your behaviors, right? Are you here because this is a club that this is very ambitious? So first of all, we want players that are very ambitious, that are going to help players get better. We want good people and good characters here, right? So when you have that to start with, people that are coming to work every day. And for me, working with Vikram, we worked together since 2000, since like now 4 or 5 years. So I know what kind of character he is, and I know what kind of behaviors he's going to give me and the work that he's going to put in. The same with Vitor, but I think also a massive thanks must goes to Corey, our goalkeeper coach, because I think he's been a foundation for us here, because he's seen this club, he's been with the club from the get-go. And also Daniel, who was a captain here, have been massive for us, for me and Vikram and Vitor. Also goes out to Bobby and Brandon, you know, with the alignment that we set from the get-go and the culture that we wanted to create here, with players that are hungry, players that want to improve themselves, players that want to move on opportunities to the next level, right? We don't want players just being comfortable here, right? Then if you're very comfortable, then you're not here for the right reasons, right? We want players that want to push through, you know, and challenge themselves and challenge their teammates, and I think we're creating that. So we're very happy with where we are, and I'm very happy with Vikram and also with Vitor.
Pa, did you get any kind of explanation from the fourth official on Orange County's goal and what kind of happened there? Because when they scored, it looked like the flag came up and then immediately the AR2.
I was the same. I was thinking the same as you, because I thought it was offside, because that's why I ran. I said, is he offside? He said, no, he has to put his flag up if the ball crossed the line. So I think, yeah, it's for us. We should not have given that goal away. That was mainly on us, you know. Yeah, that was his explanation. And
what do you think came from that goal? It seemed like they had a lot more success in those areas with crossing.
No, like I was saying, we started a little bit on the back foot second half. We challenged the boys to go out in the second half and get the second goal, but I think we were just a little bit back-footed. So, but not sharp enough, I would say. But again, the response from the boys was fantastic, you know. And again, last home game for a month to go and get the win, you know, and that showed the character of the team. So I'm very happy with that.
En español, Pa, ¿qué te pareció el encuentro en esta noche y con una victoria después de la noche de hoy?
No, es una grande victoria porque equipo y le juega muy bien. Para mí, primera tiempo también, para mí 15 minutos de segunda de tiempo, no bueno. No juega bien, Orange County habla mucho de pelota. 1-1, para mí equipo y le calma, y le juega fútbol, y le crea mucho chance por la marca goles. Para mí yo soy muy contento.
¿Y qué te pareció Formela en esta noche? 2 asistencias y un gol.
Muy bien. Yo soy muy contento porque Forme es un profesional. Pues Forme y venir todo el día, trabajo más duro para él y no marca goles. Te entiendo por la confianza para él, es muy importante. Con los jugadores no marca goles está un poquito difícil porque son atacantes, es muy importante, goles, asistencia. Para mí yo soy muy contento porque Forme es un muy bien jugador y entiendo mucho de fútbol.
Otra pregunta en español. Hemos visto varias fases de Rising esta temporada. Obviamente el inicio era muy difícil, habían muchos obstáculos. A ti te hacían muchas preguntas de qué es tu plan, qué estás haciendo, y tu respuesta siempre era, es un proceso. Todo toma tiempo. ¿En dónde crees que tu escuadra esté ahorita en su proceso?
Momentos yo soy muy contento del proceso del grupo. Para mí es muy importante el grupo y son continuar y trabajar porque hoy primer tiempo yo soy muy contento porque el equipo le juega bien. Segundo tiempo 10 minutos no. Esta es un poquito obstáculo porque es normal. Este es el fútbol. Yo no miro en un equipo y le viene y le juega en partido muy bien. Esto en partido es un poquito ups and down. Para mí es normal, me es muy importante el equipo y le tiendo por el progreso todo día.
Paul, what did you make of Sion in his minutes off the bench making his debut tonight?
I think he got a little bit of the Arizona heat. That's what he told me in Dutch. No, but again, it was great to see him on the pitch. He showed what he can do, and obviously, it was a little bit hot. You know, it's different weather to here than it was in Romania. So, but we're very happy with him, and he showed a little bit of his class when he came in. So we're very happy to see him, gain more match fitness, and he will be very helpful and a very important player for us in the future.
Was he being purposefully deployed out wide, or was he kind of just roaming?
No. We put him out wide because you want somebody to come into the game, especially there, and that's why after we made the switch, knowing that we got also Emmy on the sideline, that he can come in and go wide, and he can get into his national position, which is being in the midfield. But to let somebody come in the game is always important, for them to come in a position where he also knows, and just to get a feel of the game.
Speaking of getting the feel of the game, was that kind of the idea behind that 15-minute cameo? Obviously first game in the USL Championship. Was it just kind of to make him, just a little bit better to USL Championship teams?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, when you sign a player, it's always good for them to it's last week he watched from the stands, but this week he get to see it, feel it, be part of it, and this is gonna just help him more and understand how this league is, what this league about, because we know after 65 minutes it becomes a transitional game, and he's one player that I know also together with Hope, Noble and JP, they can master and keeping us in possession when it's needed.
So you also spoke earlier about some players needing time to gel. How have you seen him gel and adapt to working with his teammates so far with Phoenix Rising?
No, he's been great. I mean, Sian just like Esseng came in, because it's very easy sometimes in football. When you are a good player and players see it, it's easy for them to accept you. And also with the culture that we set in, with the culture that we have, having good people before being good players, that helps, and that is very important. And also he fits to the culture very key, So the boys have accepted him because he's also been open to learn and get better.
Yeah, Paul, what does it say about the academy when you're able to bring up Cyrus and Braxton and kind of giving them the opportunity to just show what they're worth at this level?
Very, very important. For me, for Vikram, we've always been guys that, if you look at us throughout our years that we worked, the youth is very important, and we're not afraid to give youth the opportunity, because that's what football is about, And I think it's very important because that's how you also develop players. That's also how players in the youth will see that, you know, this club is giving people opportunity, and therefore that you can develop players. If they're not getting their opportunities, it's just like anything in the world, they will start looking around. But we have core group of players, academy players that are with us on a daily basis. And today you saw Cyrus. You know, another day could be Peace Rizzo. Another day could be Zach De Silva. Another day could be Bimbo. You know, Alex Bimbo. Another day it could be Tony. You know, so we have, or even John, the goalkeeper. So we have a bunch of academy players that we believe in and that we're working with every day and making sure that they see and trust the work that they're doing every day in this pathway. And hopefully that we can create a lot of pathways for much of our academy players now and in the future.
Carl featured in the last 20 minutes there. Unlike the other 3 players on international duty, he's not with his national team, of course. Is he still expected to join Haiti?
Yeah, he's still expected to join Haiti. The only problem was obviously he got injured. He had contusion, so he stayed, and he couldn't play these World Cup qualifying games that he needed to play for Haiti. But also maybe that came at the right time, because with the new ban that when you leave the country and Haiti being on the ban list for traveling, I think he came out great for him. So, but with the Gold Cup coming in, I think he's ready to go and showcase his quality for Haiti, but also for us, Phoenix Rising.
What have you observed from Hopa Viebu and his ability to give the team creativity and balance in the midfield?
Yeah, again, Hope is somebody that I knew before and understood what he can mean to a team like us. And I'm very happy with what he's doing, but he will tell you, and he knows me, that I still believe he has another gear or 2 in him, you know, and he's getting very comfortable with the team. The team also is understanding the way that he wants to play, so therefore, like, they're gelling. But he's giving us what we so far expected, but also we know there's more in him, and he's going to give us more. And you should, next time he should go practice free kick, because we're not playing American football.